If you're a motorcyclist in the Washington, D.C. area and you haven't ridden the Blueridge Parkway, you're missing out. The Blueridge Parkway is a massive 469-mile scenic road on the ridgeline going from Shenandoah National Park in Virginia that goes all the way to the Great Smoky Mountains in North Carolina. The parkway is always something that's very special to me. This is where my coach Guillermo took me to my first long distance trip, and you could say that the parkway is where I learned adventure motorcycling. But even without that, the long stretch of 469-mile road on the parkway, well manicured, perfect vistas left and right, and a plethora of side quests that you can do. It remains to be one of the most impressive roads that I have ridden. Now, recently, we took a friend of ours down the parkway. Now, we already know that because of the last hurricane, there was a lot of closures, so we only did about halfway down the parkway. And unfortunately, the best parts are at the end. So next time I will show you the rest, but this time let me show you our progress on the northern part. This is us getting ready to take off. One of us is on a F800 GS Adventure and I'm on a Tiger 800 and one of us is on a Moto Guzzi V7. The Parkway North entrance lies between the town of Stanton and Charlottesville. Now, you could come in through Skyline Drive, but we usually don't ride Skyline Drive. One, because the speed limit is absolutely atrociously slow, but two, you also need to pay in order to get into Skyline Drive. Now, the Parkway entrance is a really funny setup. You look like you're going into like a shopping plaza, like the back parking lot right here. And then you kind of like ride past it just a little bit, and then the entrance to the parkway is just there. Here we are. Entrance to the parkway. The second you get on the parkway, you are greeted with this unbelievable view of just all the mountainsides, all the greeneries left and right, and this goes on for infinity for the next 469 miles. Even the sections that are within the trees are incredibly beautiful. But you definitely have all these sections of road where it opens up and you see the entire valley underneath, like right here. When I was riding down the Cassiar Highway in Canada, I came to really appreciate how well manicured the parkway is. The perfectly manicured grass and all the overgrowth has been cut diligently so that you can see the valley, you can see everything on every overlook. It is very impressive. In order to get this kind of view, there's a lot of work done to maintain the visual beauty of this place. And this is us coming up on our first overlook pullout. There's plenty of other overlook ahead of this, but this is the one that's most convenient for us to take a break, and the timing was right. I took a snippet with my drone. By now, I have ridden the parkway over 24 times, and every time I get on the parkway, it's a little bit different. Whether or not it's different season with different foliage, or like last time when I was going down to Texas. It was pretty rainy season. It was during the summer, and there was many times I couldn't see like 5 feet in front of me with all the fogs evaporating. And then we come up on our second break, so we stop in this pull out, and unfortunately there wasn't much to see here. It was like a trail that wraps around. There were some rocks, but this was definitely not one of the more exciting trails. And right here, Fadon is demonstrating proper body positioning on a turn. We weren't going very fast. We were just sticking around. And here we decided to practice the Chinese fireman drill where we're switching bikes. Fadon and Galen decided to swap bikes just for fun. And later on I did as well. And then we took off again. Because of the hurricane and some of the road damages with downed trees, there were quite a few detours that we have to take. Now, these detours, if you're lucky, might take you 10 minutes to get back on the parkway, but most of these detours ends up being like a 40-minute detour. You have to ride out 20 minutes to come back on another road for 20 minutes, and all to go forward maybe a mile or less. So it's very frustrating when we have to take detours, but this is the nature of coming too early. If you go during the peak summer season, the likelihood is that there won't be as many detours, but then you will also run into RVs. And here we come up on a few bikers that we saw a few times. We ended the day at a cabin that we found along the parkway. This was on the parkway, and these are our accommodations. We only did about 200 miles that day. When we got to the second detour, that took forever. And by the time we were done with the detour, we had to find lodging because the sun already went down. Now, if you thought some of these roads were amazing, the southern part of the parkway only gets better. Between Mount Mitchell, the viaduct, and the peak on the parkway, there's so much to see. I will probably do another trip in August, and we will show you then the rest of the parkway. See you.